fans get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Trubisky. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On 3rd down, Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Let's go, let's go. Gotta go, gotta go. Alert, alert. Three down. Hands up.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
If indeed the Chicago Bears were looking for a nice change-up to Jordan Howard at running back, they found it in Tariq Cohen. I'm telling you, this guy is shifty, quick, even though he's small in stature. Some people have called him the latest human joystick.
How about that? Well, that'll be fun for Madden players. Just 5'6", but as you said, he can move. On second down, Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. He sets to fire deep. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
18.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bobby Wagner coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, 18.
On On second down, here's Trubisky. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Play action. Now Trubisky looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Taylor Gabriel, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Now Wilson on second down. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
To throw is Wilson on third down. He's going deep for Brown. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on, a big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taking it about the 16. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because a strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first and goal, Howard. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Now it's Trubisky. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. K.J. Wright in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Now Parkey for the extra point. Parkey with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing down deep into Chicago territory.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Penny, a first down carry. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. He's at the 50, the 40, the 20, 10. Fights off the and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Gotta go. Gotta go. 95. 95.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break.
Gotta go. In and out.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks running with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a game, hard to argue against calling it.
Let's go work. Let's go to work. Gotta go. Gotta go.
A handoff to Penny. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Play action. Now Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. Completes it to Dixon. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Gotta go.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. That is caught at the 7. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Penny will try to punch it in, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Let's go to work. Come on.
On second down, Wilson. There's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Sebastian